game. And other result, Liverpool continue their winning run. They stay first in the Premier League. Chelsea are playing today for Manchester United again at the Old Trafford. They lost that game against Crystal Palace 2-0. Mateta scored 2 of those goals. Good game for them, bad game for Amorim and his army. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and today we are talking about the Premier League. And remember, the transfer windows ends today. Once it's 12 midnight, everything closes, the window closes, and if your club have not bought any player, you have to wait till the summer. So the transfer windows closes today by 12 midnight. And for npfl, Rangers International are playing today, so we're going to discuss that all on the show. Good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning, football maniacs. Good morning, my fellow sports gladiators. Another wonderful day to talk football, and I'm excited to be here.
Good morning, also. How are you?
Good morning, Godwin. Good morning, listener. Welcome to the show. If I start this morning, they'll say I don't carry bad belly cup. Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome to the show. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live now on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go there, drop your comments. We will be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, the big one. Let's talk about the Premier League first, because it happened throughout the weekend. Everywhere. It's up everywhere for weekend. Everywhere and goes.
Everybody collect
For this weekend. So I'm going to give you the results of the weekend's game, and we'll talk about a few of them and the game that is happening today, because Chelsea is playing West Ham 9 p.m. today. We'll talk about that one too. Okay, for the results of the weekend in the Premier League, Nottingham Forest scored 7 against Brighton. You had that right.
If they did against me, I can do it against them.
You heard it. Nottingham Forest, coming back from that defeat last week, scored 7 against Brighton. It was a fantastic showing for Nottingham Forest. They are still in that conversation of top 4. In fact, I think they are going to finish
title contenders. Title contenders, please put your name there. Put respect to it.
They win against Brighton 7-0. Other results, the absolute results that happened on Saturday is Newcastle 1, Fulham 2, Everton 4. Leicester City 0. Moyasa is doing a great job there. If we lost against Southampton, imagine Southampton got a 3 points.
First win.
I understand that win because basically both of them are championship clubs.
Yeah.
So they're winning away from home 2-1. Other result is Bournemouth 0, Liverpool 2. Good result for Liverpool. Then the final game on Saturday is Wolves 2, Aston Villa 0. On Sunday is Brentford 0. And Manchester United at the Old Trafford lost 2-0 against Crystal Palace. Mateta scoring those 2 goals, and the final one is Arsenal winning, thrashing Manchester City 5-1. For today, Chelsea is hosting West Ham, so the operation in that game. Okay, let's move on to. Let's continue the Premier League. Nottingham Forest winning 7-0, guys. It was
surprising.
I didn't watch the game too, but
you know what's the game?
I was receiving.
You said the wrong Anthony. Wrong Anthony.
I was receiving notification. I wondered. I had to watch the second half because the notification was too much. What is happening in this game? Them scoring 7 in that game, because the first half you have about 3 goals. I said, what is happening? And the second half they scoring.
After the own goal, from Luis, it felt like okay. They are coming back into the game. You saw Brighton coming back, running at them. But after that goal, the next 10 minutes was all Brighton. You get, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, the goal came in and choosing. I'm like, what's happened? And I want to score, then they score now. How? And for me, I said, Man United sold one Anthony and brought in a very wrong Anthony for this time.
Yeah, he got a hat-trick of assists.
And throughout this season, he's been doing great. Last season, I saw his work ethics last season. He improved a bit, but this season has been on another level. And I'm like, okay, if this player was around, my United fans, I thought Anthony no good, Elanga no good. Now I'm gonna come close. If this Elanga day now, with the work rate he has, because his work rate is far better than that of Anthony Dos Santos, Anthony the spinner. If this work rate he has, coupled with this guy on that flank, it's going to be something else.
All this you are talking about, Anthony played last game and got man of the match.
I tell pessimistic when he post for status. When he post, I tell and say, what if Anthony first man of the match? When he came to Man United, first match, first goal. man of the match performance.
Yes.
When he went to Real Betis now on loan, first man of the match. Sancho, first match for Dortmund, man of the match performance. Chelsea, the same thing, an assist, man of the match performance. You get after 5 games, something happened to them.
Sancho is still scoring for Chelsea.
So for Nottingham Forest now, I just feel like this is the game. They show their dominance. You are young, we are young, but we have a little bit of experience on our side. No, in the defense line for Brighton, they had a little bit of experience. On the bench, they have experience. On the starting line, no, they don't. Except for Danny Welbeck, of course, who's been in the Premier League for more than 12 years now. But apart from that, this Nottingham Forest side has experience both in the starting line and on the bench. And they have the young people around them. So it's like grooming young and old. Let the young come and play. Whenever we need experience, the old will come in. And Anthony, for me, just has the performance and everything to just fill it up.
John, what do you make of that game? 7 goals.
It was an exciting game. Goal first, For me, what I couldn't come to terms with is, Brighton started the game poorly. They weren't there, they weren't present, hence they considered the own goal. But for me, I would have felt this is a game that they would have made a couple of changes earlier on once they started, because it takes one mistake, just one mistake, you concede one goal, and from there the momentum switches against you, and you are now fighting back to recover the ball and to maintain possession, and before you now try to build and get in, but they couldn't get the opportunity to fight back into the game, and it just went downhill from there.
Okay, that game ended 7 goals to nil in favor of Nottingham Forest. Chris Wood scored a hat-trick in that game. Now
it's a penalty.
Now his goal tally has moved to 17 in the Premier League. Good season for him. So he's been scoring goals and goals and goals. So congratulations to him, Chris Wood, scoring a hat-trick to help Nottingham Forest win that game 7 goals to nil. Okay, let's move on to other games happened in the weekend. Newcastle losing at home to Fulham. I don't know what's happening to Newcastle. Win today, they lose tomorrow. They win today, they win tomorrow. They lose tomorrow. What do you think happened in that game? Fulham was good.
Yeah, we said that Newcastle have the firepower, but Fulham are no pushover. Fulham are not going to roll over and die. They're going to come out and they're going to take it to the extra mile. And we saw it, but I felt that what happened to they weren't as clinical as they should have been. They got. I'll put it down to that. Then I'll not put it down to the fact that adapt your plan when you see that these guys are exposing or picking your weak spots. You need to be able to adapt, and they didn't adapt in that scenario. The only goal they had was from Jacob Murphy, and besides that, they had serious attempts on goal, but they couldn't convert it. So for me, they need to do better.
They need to do better. If you look at that game, it was basically a 50-50 game. But if you look at, even though they scored first in that game, they scored in the first half.
Yeah.
They scored in the first half, and Fulham came in the second half and started fighting. I think some of these results will give Arsenal fans the hope when they go for that second leg. And that kind of it might give
look at the
what happened out in this time was that Fulham were able to cut off supply to Isak up front.
Now and they were able to supply one man up front for themselves.
Yes.
Because I keep saying if you not supply me, I no go score. I go come back on join build up play. If I come back on join build up play, it means that somebody else go score the goals. Just like when I was seeing an interview of Victor Boniface, he was saying he used to watch Sankazola. He doesn't even watch Ronaldo and Messi. Those ones are aliens.
By the way, he scored over the weekend.
Now he scored over the weekend. He said he used to watch Sankazola, Neymar, and he got a couple of them that you'd be like, these people not supposed to be for top 5 players of the year now, or top 5 players where person supposed to use as role model. But wait till happen. This is the players he's looking up to, because say if I'm not getting the supply, I need to come down to the midfield. I need to see what the midfielders see. So I look at Sankazola. He's one of the midfielders I look up to. I need to be, if I'm in the flank, I need to see what the wingers see. So I'm looking up to them. And he called a couple of them and he's like, okay, fine, this player is good. Whenever he's in the box, he needs to think like a striker. He's calling Thierry Henry. So for what's it called now? For Fulham, Jimenez is one of those players. He's not there. He comes back on this show, but now in this game, he got the supply. He got the goal. He even got a couple of build-up play. And he
got his 9th of the season. So kudos to him.
Okay, for Everton game against Everton and Leicester City, good game for Everton. Moyes has came in and changed. Sometimes I keep telling people, coach, they suppose follow they play football. But his own style, his own tactics, his own press, and it's working out for him. They won against Leicester City, even though it's against Leicester City, but win against 4 goals to nil against Leicester City. Good game for Moyes.
Good game for him. Good game for the side. We kept saying it while, and this is no discredit to Sean Dyche, because Sean Dyche actually saved Everton from
Yes,
the
from
drop
relegation,
last
yes.
season.
Straight from this,
Let's
from
not-
packing
let's-
the bus and playing long ball to
Yes,
front line.
but he saved
Uh-huh.
them.
He saved them
He
from-
saved them.
Eh,
If he
after that
didn't
point,
save
the
them,
deduction.
they would have. Yes, even
Yes.
after the point deduction.
He saved
Let's
them.
He learned
not
from
forget
it.
in a hurry.
He learned from his lesson.
It's not about
He was the one
it's
that
not about
dragged.
learn
He was
from
the one
his
that
lesson.
dragged Burnley down to relegation. Now, if you drag one team, it's just like under you, two football club go relegation. It go day bad for your record. Under you, Burnley went down. Under you, Everton wants to go down. It will be very bad for his record. Now he can leave the Everton job and say, okay, fine, let me look for somebody else's job.
But I disagree with you on that regard. Like, you hire managers for a certain season and for certain reasons, right? You saw that you were on a decline to the relegation. If there's anybody that will get you out of that decline,
Now, Moyes.
it's Sean Dyche.
It's Moyes.
It's Sean Dyche.
David.
And they brought him in. Now,
David.
he's come in and he saved them from that relegation, but he's not the manager that will take you up the table to the 10th, the 9th, the 5th position. And they've gone in and they brought in somebody who can do that. David Moyes has done it before and he can still do that. The difference, however, is that the mentality shift between surviving relegation and the mentality shift between finishing in the top 10 is not the same. And you can't teach an old dog new tricks if he's not willing to learn. And Sean Dyche was so strict about his play style that he didn't. Everton weren't this attacking under Sean Dyche. They weren't scoring games, winning 4-0. It was highest a 2-1 or a 2-0 or something in that nature. And you can see there's a mentality shift now, and the results are starting to come.
Have you seen the story of the man they call Daniel Farke, the current manager of Leeds United? You know he was formerly the coach of Southampton.
Yeah?
Now, how many times did he bring Southampton, like flawlessly, carry Southampton from relegation back to the Premier League? And how many times did he send them back?
Just once.
You get now. If he brings them back, I think it was twice. He took them to relegation twice. If you bring them back to the Premier League, you try your best. You're not the Premier League coach. You get. You try your best to maintain status quo, be in the Premier League. Then get somebody else. But you can't keep doing that. At Leeds United now, what's he doing? He's doing a great job at Leeds United. It means some coaches are not just cut out for the big games.
The difference now, however, is if Leeds make it back to the Premier League,
They'll keep him.
They will keep him,
And
they
they'll
take
go
them back.
You get. So that's just something for Sean Dyche.
Sometimes I have to understand. Sometimes all these things happen with opportunities. Some of these coaches don't have an opportunity to coach a big club. For example,
Yes.
what did Bielsa do for him to go to Chelsea?
He brought
Leicester back to the
City.
Premier League.
Did he win the championship?
Now he winner.
Even if you win another,
Now he winner. If Switch carry second,
For example,
Southampton win a playoff.
for example, I'm saying that sometimes it's just an opportunity. Some of these coaches never had an opportunity to coach a big club.
True talk,
So
you know.
you will not blame them. Coaching a team like Leicester City, Wolves, you're always going to struggle without bottom top 10. It's just like that.
See,
True talk, but
bottom
what
10.
I'm saying
We're not saying come and take them to the Europe. We're not saying come and take them to World Cup, FIFA World Cup, come and win Champions League. No, that's not what we're saying. That's not the message you're passing across here. But at least play good football that you be in the league.
You understand what I'm saying? Maresca have not coached in the Premier League, so there is no way. Do you understand? If Maresca was probably with Southampton, he would be struggling outside top 10. It's obvious. It's
Definitely, we know.
You see that some of these coaches, they don't have an opportunity to coach a big club.
Granted, they don't have the opportunity, but everybody has the opportunity to improve themselves one way or another. You don't have the opportunity to coach a big club. You are doing well in the championship. There's a knowledge gap between where you are and where you want to be, and somebody has that knowledge, and you need to go get it.
Sometimes it's not easy
You
like
need to
that.
go
For
get
example,
it.
imagine if Ateta was coaching, I don't know who is coaching now, or Southampton is coaching Southampton. Do you think that is going to, sometimes
Another point is that
just
Ateta was
opportunity.
not so fast to leave his position and go pick up because clubs came before
No,
he
what I'm
went
saying is
fast
that
now.
if probably Southampton came for Ateta and he moved there, he will be struggling too.
No, now it will struggle, but not relegation battle kind of struggle.
Let's not forget that
it's not a tactical genius.
this Leicester City that Maresca brought to the Premier League, go look at their record, the win record, the goal record, everything was top notch at the peak. With which players? With the same backward player that brought them into relegation, except the presence of James Maddison. The same player, same everything. A few signings here and there, and they were able to deliver a flawless season in the championship.
It's the same team that went to the championship. The what's it called? Everybody, they had to sell. I think they had to sell Telemans and Madison.
Yes.
The same midfield and Kelechi Iheanacho.
Yes.
The same midfield. No, Kelechi, I think
It was after they've qualified the Premier League that he left. Yes.
Now, the same crop of players, just 2 or 3 players here and there.
Okay, let's go on to the next game. Everton win that game 4 goals to 0. the relegation battle is Ipswich Town versus Southampton. Southampton winning that game 2-1.
Finally.
Yuri got his first
Finally,
win.
yeah, now they have 9 points. Ipswich Town they are in danger now to go back to championship, so they didn't start picking up
The
points.
3 teams that came together last season,
probably
in that order.
Probably going down, but let's see what happens with both of them. Okay, next game is Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Salah scoring 2 of those goals. Now he has 21 goals in the Premier League. Good result for
one penalty.
Be precise.
One penalty and a lovely goal from Salah to give them a 2-goal win against Bournemouth at home. Yes. Okay,
from Bournemouth home, yes. It was a good game. Vitality Stadium was kind of quiet on the night because we expected some sort of ginger from the fan base, but it wasn't there because they saw that Liverpool were doing everything possible to shut them down, shut them up and shut them down. But it felt like they came into that game with the Clovers and all of them coming with their performance. It was okay, but after that goal came in, after they took the first punch, game plan changed.
That incident in that game, John, the penalty, do you think it's a penalty? It was a small clip. I can remember that the same penalty was given in that World Cup final. Dembele clipping Di Maria's leg from behind, and it was given as a penalty, and it was a controversial. Everyone was talking about that penalty. Is that the same incident happened yesterday? Do you think it was a penalty?
The question is, was there contact?
There was contact.
Thank you.
Was there contact? Now they cause fight. This contact, now they cause fight, is not a table tennis. So you say it's a non-contact sport. Football is a contact sport.
It's a contact, pa.
It's a contact sport.
Wait now. See, sports, football. If you want to play if you don't want nobody to touch you and you are playing, go and play lawn tennis. Go and play handball. Even handball said they do contact. Go and play table tennis. You don't have contact with anybody. You just be on the side of your table and be kicking the ball around. But if you want to play basketball, football, anything, there will always be contact.
You have to put it in context or put it in perspective. Was there contact, yes or no?
There was contact.
Was the effort to aid the man scoring the goal to stop him?
Intent was not
It's
there.
not about
intent was to recover the ball.
When you slide or you make an attempt to stop a player and you miss the ball, you've committed yourself.
When you make tackles and you get the ball, when you make tackles and you get the ball back, what you have to commit. See, there will always be contact in the world of sports, but according to us in this studio, if a penalty is given, first thing you ask, was there contact?
Or no contact? Simple.
There was contact, penalty.
Thank you.
Liverpool winning that game 2-0. Salah scoring 2 goals. Good game for them. They still stay first in the Premier League. They have to be probably some of miracle for them to start dropping points because somehow they win games even if they don't score in the first half. Somehow they score in the second half to win their game. So Liverpool winning, and remember they did not really buy players in the summer. KSI wasn't even on the bench in this game. They are not going to buy a player in this January. So
wait for the announcement this night. This night. I'm telling you, they are making silent. You know that was how we heard about Zubimendi.
Yes.
Until we didn't hear anything until we heard Zubimendi did not want to come to Liverpool because he's not sure of his starting place.
They actually signed 2 in the summer. We keep saying it.
They signed 2.
Mama, that's really
on loan.
Yes, sir.
You bring a player in
but
and you
when they
back
signed,
there.
yes.
So they are back in their clubs and KSI is on the bench.
Okay, let's see what if Liverpool is going to sign. Remember, we're going to dive into that transfer window to see who is making moves in the final day of the transfer window. Okay, the final game on Saturday, Wolves beating Aston Villa 2-0. The news flying, or not the news flying, is a done deal that Rashford has moved to Aston Villa on loan, and probably they have
an option
to buy 40 million pounds, an option to buy for him to go there permanently next summer. I think that move will happen.
Next match night, we see Rashford hat-trick.
Only thing is that you need to reduce his wages for him, that deal to happen.
I think Aston Villa might, according to the reports
they are paying
75%
of
80% for the loan.
80%. I'm talking about for the loan. That means if he's going to go permanently, he might forfeit that 30% money he's paying there. That's what it means. But let's see, we'll go into that transfer window later. But that game against Wolves, they lost that game 2-0. Aston Villa losing that game. Let's move over to the Sunday game. First is Brentford losing to Tottenham Hotspur at last they won a game. At last they won a game in the Premier League. Because I don't know what is wrong with Spurs, but at last, John, they won a Premier League game.
Yeah, happy for them.
After 4 consecutive losses, they won a game.
After 4 consecutive losses with their main centre halves missing in action,
I think they had a couple of draws.
4 consecutive losses.
4 consecutive. If we add the draw, it could be as far back as 7 or 8. So let's not even go there, right? So finally, like I said, in the Europa League, they got the win, as I said, and then they came
small boys they play there now.
Now small boys, but bro, it's still small boys that have been thrashing them in the Premier League and in other competitions, so it's still a win for them. And in this one,
they were able to get.
Yes, in this one they were able to get a win against Brentford. For me, I don't understand how Mbemo and Wisha were not able to get on the score sheet for this one, because I felt it should have been a draw for them. The first one was an own goal, which means that they are still missing that finishing power up front in attack, because it was Sa who got the winning goal for them and Son assisting. But I think they need to buy before the window.
They bought the defender.
They bought
the defender. So let's see what happens with that. Okay, let's go out to next game quickly. Manchester United losing at home to Crystal Palace. The talking point in that game is I love begin laughing. It's Meno playing as a striker. Like, you have 2 strikers that worth almost 150 million pounds. And
it's got important goal for midweek.
In the midweek or the other game they played, he tried it as number 10. Yeah, he scored a goal. He had a goal and assist. So he was thinking, goal and assist. Let me try it as a striker. How is that possible? You bring in a box-to-box midfielder, play him as a striker in a game, in a Premier League game. Does it even make sense?
See, he's like the man has said, he's trying everybody.
What is he trying?
He has tried everybody everywhere. Let's see if the strikers will perform well from the bench. And now he saw that the strikers actually are putting something in that game. Either they're not scoring the goals, but there's these runs they make. Because I used to say it.
Baba, it's not good enough.
They are making runs and he's playing to
it's not good enough.
I'm saying this, and I'll say there are some strikers that you bring in a game. Because I saw this Zeski game. There are some strikers you bring in a game. They won't score their goals. They won't, but they will make sure every other person that can score the goal gets the goal. I was looking at the game with Højlund, and they run off the ball. He's run off the ball, distracted 2 defenders to follow him off.
What was the end product?
And a player behind him got on the goal.
So I paid 75 million pounds for a striker.
For you to distract
somebody run. Kai Havertz is how much the Arsenal pay for him. How many goals does he have?
Bro, Kai Havertz has more goals than these 2 guys.
He's a striker. He scores goals.
He has more goals than them put together.
He's a striker. I'm not saying not every striker would come in and be scoring goals. It depends on how the team is set up to play. You get some supplies because I'm looking at Højlund. He's the only man in front of 3 defenders. He's the only one there. And how can he get supply? He has to come out from that run. He has to make some certain runs that will allow other people to score goals. Build up play, he has it. You get Zeski on the same hand. You saw Zeski in the last game he started. He was playing as his number 10 from the right, I think from the right number 10 alongside Bruno Fernandes. So it's not every time you call these players in to come and score goals. Sometimes they create chances to score goals.
Bro, before you talk about the extra, like for example, I give you a clear case study. Before you talk about wearing or buying a piece of jewelry to make you look good, bro, you have to be sane first, right? You can't be insane and then you are clamoring for jewelry, because fundamentally you are not fit. So you can't tell me that a striker that is signed to just do one job, score goals, be there, finish for the team, you leave your core purpose, core reason for being in the team, and you're going to go and do somebody else's work. Who will do your own? You have to do your own, finish your own before you now take up extra work. And I said it that this is 6 games now that these 2 guys up front have been unproductive and unnecessary to that side, and it's a bad taste on the management that they are still there on those paychecks and they are doing nothing. They've not created anything. Look at the final chance in that game that fell to Maguire. There was a Ahmad chipped the ball in the 18. Maguire went for the header, but it was overpowered, but he still moved the ball. Zeski and Højlund were the final 2 in that place. Bro, they couldn't jump for the life of me, and I was wondering, what are these 2 guys doing in that position? You can't score, you can't jump, you can't pursue the ball, you can't muzzle anybody and find anything, find anyhow, find any result. You can't do either of those. What are you doing there, man?
Okay, that game ending 2 goals against Crystal Palace. We're going to go to our YouTube to read some of the comments there soon. But before we go to our YouTube channel, let's talk about the last game, because against that Manchester United game, a whole lot of things happened in that game.
Yeah.
Firmino playing as a striker. Man, you're not playing well, not passing well, not doing anything well. So I don't.
Onana also fumbling that first goal that Mateta got.
So I think he hit the bar though. But if you look at this team, for example, in the summer they have to let go one of those strikers to buy another striker. Either Zesky or Hoylund, one of them have to go, because you cannot be playing two strikers that worth almost more than 100 million, and they cannot even score you a goal to save their life. But let's see what happens. But in that game, they lost that game 2-0 against Crystal Palace, and now Old Trafford is like, I don't know, back there.
Anybody can dream.
Anybody can come there and get a result, which is very, very poor for Manchester United. Okay, the final one, before we go to our YouTube channel and read some of the comments there, is Arsenal trashing City 5-1 also.
That was the game I was waiting for. John, our market. Our market.
I'm good, man.
It is what it is.
I'm good.
It is what it is.
It's not really, I'm good.
But
I'm
the thing is, you saw that game, and I think most of the banners understand that there was pride comes before a downfall. Stay humble, Haaland. That was most of the banners that everybody was holding. Stay humble, Haaland. Stay humble, Haaland. And this guy kicking him, hitting the Luis Kelly hitting the Haaland celebration. I think for me that game was pre-planned. You get everybody. This is your assignment. Fighters everywhere. You have to fight.
City was making mistakes.
Mistake. Okay, now Man United losing. Man United losing was not making mistakes. No, Man United losing to Crystal Palace. They were not making mistakes. They were making mistakes as well.
Come and write a fantasy story.
If you don't make mistakes, goals won't happen.
Exactly.
If you don't make mistakes, goals won't happen. If you defend right, nobody will score goal. You get? Crystal Palace defense did not make any mistake. That's why Man United did not see their goals. You get? It's just the way it works. Because Man City were making mistakes, and they allow you make mistakes, 5 goals pass you. Because after the second half,
out of the 5 goals, 3 were mistakes.
5 goals pass you.
Out of the 5,
we agree.
3
now
were
you start
mistakes.
off the second half, boom, you score 1-1. They are back in the game. The fan base started shouting. I was like, even the Liverpool fans that were where I was watching the ball was like, yes, they will beat Arsenal. Top 4, title, no title. And that was where the game started. 2-1. I'm like, okay, fine. Everybody started keeping quiet. Even the Chelsea fans that were supporting the anti-London fan, because London rival, anti-London fan like me, because I didn't want Arsenal to win that game. We started keeping quiet gradually, as in, but I'm like, if I support Man City for this game, I did do myself disservice, because on Monday John will kill me.
Yeah,
John will just touch. So at that moment when I saw 2-1, I'm like, yes, let's go London. Let me come back to this show and come and destroy them. But all the same, it's fine. But that game was like interesting game to see.
John,
for me,
that game.
Because I saw Luis Kelly, I saw Wanere coming, and we saw what he can do.
Yeah, John, if you look at that game, I think it's a problem for City, especially for their defense. They have about 2 young defenders, but both of them did not start. Akanji and Stone started in that game.
Yes.
But if you look at this whole Man City side, they just fell off. The fell off was just sudden. You know, sometimes you can see people, for example, Manchester United they finished second, finished third. You could see that they are declining. Everybody could see it. But this one is a sharp decline. Like, they started the league very well. I think they won about a couple of games beginning, and they just dropped immediately.
My joy is that, talking about Man U, you said they finished second, they finished third, and from there the decline has been lightning sharp decline. Because this is just one season, and in this one season
the decline was like steep.
This is just one season, and there has been no decline as far as I'm concerned. We are still in the top 4, right? We haven't finished outside of that top 4 yet this season, any season since we started our win. And so for you to come and tell me there's been a decline, bro, I'm looking at you wondering where is the decline, man? Where's the decline? We did 4 in a row consecutive. We've had all the exertions in that side.
You know, I remember when my United song used to sing this song.
You know what it is?
2020 Premier League title.
You know what it is?
Do you know who we are?
My
United don't sing this song before. Chelsea fans don't sing this song.
You can't explain that feeling, but it is what it is. The exertion on those players, 1, 2, the increased schedule, and 3, the most important part, which is the injury to Rodri. We cannot understand that fact, and that the fact that, bro, it's not about getting another defensive midfielder. Why haven't Arsenal replaced Saka? Saka is out Odegaard was out. Why didn't they replace them?
But you went to the market to buy players.
No, I'm asking a simple question.
Rodri is in the
these
hospital.
two guys,
Rodri
why
is in the
weren't they
hospital.
replaced?
There's a Kovacic there that could play in the position. There's a Nunes that could play in the position. There are other players on the bench.
How many of them are on that level?
And you don't
How
have,
many
you
of
don't have
them
to
are
be,
on
you don't have
that
to be,
level?
You don't have to be on the level. Saka is in the hospital. Saka is in the hospital, and whenever Martinelli plays in that position, at least he puts up a certain number. He's not up to the level of Saka.
What's the goal record of Martinelli in that position?
Leave the goal record of
Martinelli.
No,
because without that goal record, Arsenal lost games without Saka in that team.
Arsenal lost record.
You made a case that Odegaard is the engine of the system. I told you it's a lie, that it is Saka, and it's clear for everybody to see now, man. Go look at the last 4 games without Saka in that
look at this particular game.
Look at the last 4 games.
Look at this particular game. Odegaard was the system. I keep saying it. Odegaard will always be the system.
I think somewhere somehow I think this season is going to Pep need to actually look at that squad very well, because it's not working. Something is not working, and I don't know why he kept insisting on playing Nunes as a right back.
For me, thank you, because you are coming back to the conversation I've been saying. Number one, Ortega between the sticks made 3 terrible mistakes in that game. The final goal, he didn't dive. He didn't dive for the 4th and the 5th goal. He didn't dive. He was just ball watching.
Okay.
That one is out of the team. I don't care what they need to do. Terminate his contract.
I remember last week.
Simple and
last
short.
week, Ortega was the man.
Secondly,
Ortega was the man.
why
Ederson is not
keep
good
playing
enough.
Nunes in the right back position over Erico Lewis, who is on the bench and who is available? Thirdly, Bernardo and Kova doesn't work. Even the blind can see that combination doesn't work. And then you keep KDB on the bench, and I'm like, bro, is there beef between the two of you? Let's know. Because you can't keep it in that place. And then for Arsenal performance in this game was only grounded on the fact that Arteta played the right pegs in the right holes, and they both delivered. You see the combination between Declan Rice and what's this other guy's name shouldn't be touched. That's the 3 in midfield shouldn't be touched.
Okay, no. So if you look at that game, I don't want to enter this game because
if you enter this game, show go close.
That game now,
show don't finish, because we're talking about. Look at it now. Conversations on the last match they win. Now the same 2 they pay. The last Premier League match, now
when did the goal come though?
They pay.
No, when did the goal come?
He came.
Somebody was taken off to bring the goal scorer.
Did the goal come or not?
It was Savinho that got the goal.
Nunes in the last match.
The truth is that
played there, and he still performed. He
didn't perform.
At least he didn't do 100% like what other people Walker would do. But now he doesn't say Kai Walker in that team.
Walker for me is a liability. Nunes is a liability.
I remember a certain time Ederson was out injured, and Ortega was making the saves. And it was Ortega should be the man, nothing. Ederson should not come back to the team. Now, after just 1 game against Arsenal, Ortega should be sent out to the far east, not even to the Middle East.
On exile. Terminate his contract and get him out. Simple.
Is he fan base?
If Havertz actually was wearing his shooting boots, that game would have ended up 7 goals.
10-0.
He was missing a couple of chances, but good game for Arsenal. Their defense has already, their defense, Saliba and Gabriel Marshall, that defense, even though that Haaland scored the only goal in that game, but they Marshall, Haaland throughout that game, and Mamouche too, Marshall Boto. So good game for them. So let's move on to our YouTube channel and read. Comments are dropping here, and I can see new guys everywhere. Welcome guys to the show. I can see comments here. Okay, John, just read some of those comments on our YouTube. Let's see.
Okay, Judah Onukwa is saying, John, be humble.
Be humble,
No shouting at Arsenal today, thank God. Emmanuel is saying Newcastle shouldn't be stressing themselves and fighting for this Champions League when they will be inconsistent again. Throughout, let them rest. He now said that now this Ruth Van Nistelrooy on one make me manage Manchester United in the end of the season. It's alright. Those corners will play well till the end of the season, and then next season they will show him Shege Banza. Then Chilenzo is saying, I come with a humble spirit. We also have Abdurrahim saying Liverpool not buying anyone this transfer because of FFP and sustainable rules, contract issues and wage bill. The transfers will be in the summer of 2025, which makes sense, you know. Then we also go back to Emmanuel Leo, who is saying that it no go better for the person we buy Højlund and Zieski for United. Højlund for me was bought because his name is similar to Haaland, not because of his talent. Amorim didn't play Meno at 9 with happiness. Amorim is at that point, he would rather play a Christmas goat from Artisan Enugu than Højlund, our own striker and a wrestler. How can Lisandro Martinez be more dangerous on the ball than our striker? To fear. Okay, and then Abdurrahim, welcome to the channel. He's saying playing Diaz as false 9 isn't working for Liverpool. Valid points though. If we go forward again, we have Chigozie Alexander Dike saying, John, you are still shouting. Why? You go just they explain. So that's from Chigozie Alexander.
Okay, from Israel Ada, welcome to the show. I can see your comments here. I think it's first time he's commenting, so welcome to the show. Remember, guys, you can join us here every day, Monday to Saturday. We do this every day here at Vote FM Sports. You can join us on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. As he's saying, West Ham should give us joy today by beating Chelsea this night. No, so I wish you good luck.
Thank you. I'm doing it. I'm getting the energy. Chelsea will lose.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. I think Israel is also saying, John, please explain to us with evidence what happened to your blowout. Mistake leads to goal. So that shouldn't be an excuse. The era of Guardiola is over. Okay, let's see what happens with all those matters. Have a whole lot of comments here on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, you can join us every day on Monday to Saturday on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. And if you are here on our channel, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Click the like buttons there too. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, let's take a few phone calls before our phone have been buzzing. Let's take a few phone calls before we talk about the transfer, because today is the transfer deadline, and tomorrow we'll probably talk about transfers throughout all the clubs that made all the transfers tomorrow. But let's take some few calls. The number to call is 0706 048 5853, or you can call 0915 570 8347. Call us and tell us what you think about this weekend's game. It's been happening everywhere. Okay, let's take the first call. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
This is Lachard calling from Cross River.
Okay, what is your contribution? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Arsenal gave me they made my day yesterday. Although from the game there are some takeaways. There are some lessons to learn from that game. I keep wondering how Arsenal scored. They are the second highest goal scorers in the league, yet without a striker. You see, there is something about Arteta. Arteta is a good manager, but the man is just too stubborn. How can you be playing Partey at is it right back?
Yes.
When he can give you, let me say, 70 to 80% performance in midfield?
He's stubborn.
Just go back and check the matches Partey has played in midfield. We have not suffered. But each time he plays him at right back, we have issues. Yesterday when we scored 5 past Man City, I was like, oh, it is finished for Arsenal. We are not going to sign it as striker. It was a mixed feeling for me because it was a good performance. At the same time, I was regretting over the goals they scored. You see, I tell you the truth. The only thing left for Arsenal to be that top team that things that would be scared of playing was to get a good number 9. Look at what Arsenal is playing. Just look at the game. And again, I'm not forcing Arsenal into a panic buy. I know the reason why. We don't want to regret, just like what Manchester United is doing. Look at 2 combined strikers in Manchester United. None of them has scored up to 10 goals.
Yes.
You understand? It's bad. So if for me, Arsenal will go and sign a striker, because this January, getting a striker is always very tricky. If getting a striker this January will be a problem to us, then let's maintain. Even if we go trophyless, no problem. I love what Arsenal is doing. Even without the trophies will come at the right time. All these fans criticizing, you play well, you score well, no. Yes, we are okay, let it be like that. When we are ready to win trophies, I will know as a fan. Because to me, Arteta knows his problem. Even the board knows their problem. The problem is get a good number 9. And all these not makers, I get them before. Man, I get them before. Yes, I don't win them before. I don't know, that one now will be trash. So what we need to do is to maintain. If there is no good number, if we cannot get Sesko, if we cannot get this out, then let's maintain until the end of the season.
All right. Thank you very
That's
much.
it.
Okay, thank you very much. He's an Arsenal fan, and Arsenal played well, winning that game 5-0. Okay, let's take more calls. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Name and location, please.
John, I hear you. So I agree with Tripoli.
I greet you too, bros.
My name is Bishop. I have to ask you.
The two
Normally.
Yeah, the two Manchester teams just lost. The man, I have to hold hands together. They celebrate the loss.
Are you guys laughing at me?
No, why shall we laugh?
First of all, I was not surprised in 2 days. Let me start from Man U, my team, then I'll talk City small, I'll cut the call.
Okay.
For Man U, this has been the situation. Yes. No more surprises. Not like something that has not been happen. This has been the situation. And also, we are looking up to Ole to know what to do. I said Ole. I'm worried. Know what to
You
do.
miss Ole.
Know
You miss
what to
Ole
do
well,
about
well.
it. Yes, I believe that he's watching the team. And he should know what to do about the team. You know, this team has been full of faces. He said that we are fighting for survival. Yes, we agree though. We and Southampton now are fighting for survival. But let him try and survive. Maybe it will be a different game, a different story from next season. We pray. We don't want to continue being a survivor from next season. Even the game was not really bad from their side. That's why I told you guys that the day they played bad, they won. I didn't mean they played bad yesterday and won, because if you watch the start, everything, it was not necessarily a horrible performance from them. No. Just that Crystal Palace showed more aggressive and they took up their chances when they got it. As for City, I was not surprised. So they are playing here on Saturday.
Yes.
Even when they won the league last season, Arsenal nearly beat them home and away. They took 4 points away from them. But not to compare now that City is not well. We don't know. This is not the normal City we know. They are not well this season. Especially when they are watching the ball. They will beat them. So 2 weeks about, but 5. I did not expect 5 to be honest. I was expecting like 2-1, 3-1 to be enough for them to beat City. But the 5 was humiliating. Understand? And by now, I think Pep will be scratching his head what his boy is doing to him these days. So I want to ask the Arsenal fans, is he going to be in next league? Is he waiting for the next season? Or are they going to win the league? That is a question that
We are waiting for next season, though.
Thank you very much.
We are waiting for next season.
We are waiting for next season. This season is over already.
After winning this game, win the league now.
They should,
After the team that can win games, but they cannot win trophy. I don't
You
know
know?
I've said this before. Winning a trophy, they play for this team, but they can win games. There are different between winning games and winning trophy.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans, you guys should think about it.
Thank you very much.
I don't want to believe Patrick Evra, but I think that's what I'm saying. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens with these teams. Okay, you can still call us before we move on to some of the news and the transfer window. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, gentlemen. Gentlemen in the studio. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Location.
Yeah, I'm just a coverage, aka on that there.
Okay, what is your contribution?
My contribution, Arsenal did well. They tried. It shows that I think I have learned the work. Yeah, the man have learned the work. Guardiola, I should finish for England. There's time for him to go so that others will take over England. Yeah, I'm telling you honestly. So not so there.
Are they here now?
All this evening now.
I ain't the quaggy. We are dating you.
No, I get put out this evening.
No,
Yes, Manchester United. The thing saying Braga when they win 2-0 for away game. This is England. They have showed a lesson. Giving them 2-0 is unfortunate. So the best thing they should plan their home very well so that they can win a Europa League for them to come Champions League next season. Without that, no nothing for them.
All right.
Very honestly, okay. We're just reporting.
Thank you.
No,
son is Chiefs. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's see what happens in those games today. Chelsea is going to play in West Ham 9. Let's get a prediction for that game. Chelsea versus West Ham. Who wins?
Chelsea winning.
I lost
No
3-0
doubt.
first game now.
No doubt.
So,
Chelsea
They
winning.
beat me 3-0 first match. I'm not gonna let them beat me on. I
You
said
go
it before.
collect.
They don't beat me home and away.
You
It's
go
not possible.
collect.
Ah yes, we died there, draw.
Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Never
Good
location,
morning. Also good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there, John.
I'm fine.
How's market now?
Market fine.
Market no dey go
Okay.
front to market dey.
I like that market. You know what is there? This is engineering from Transeco.
Normally,
everybody will say Arsenal can win, they will not win trophy. Let me tell you, I say all that way, maybe they go type something for inside their shrine. They Arsenal will not win trophy. They are just talking their own. Let them go to the issue of Chelsea. It took Chelsea 15 years before they can win trophy. You don't get to be coach. Maybe they don't know about the issue. Let them go to the issue of their club. Because some just a year, see, they were joining club. They are just jump. They call Manchester, this. Arsenal is not the club they were making noise. We are not making any blunder, any trouble. You understand me? So, John, yesterday I'm trying to get your phone. Make it they see how that go, they go. But I'm not getting you. No, so you see this night, he will beat Chelsea go 2-0.
Thank you.
Mark my word.
I get with you.
Just collect 2-0 for your hand.
All right, thank you very much.
Like that. Now so it be.
No, false prophecy.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
engineer.
very much. That's supporting us today. Everybody supporting us today. I don't know what's
The
happening.
outbreak
Na
tomorrow will
London team now.
The outbreak tomorrow.
They don't say London team, so they support London teams.
Na London now.
No, they don't say you have to support another London team to get the result.
Okay,
For the banter to be sweet.
let's take more calls. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yes, Black are calling back.
Okay.
Yeah, as for the issue of trophy, I think every club has its own decline. After Arsenal won the Invisible, it was a difficult one to win trophies. Like, major trophies, because we have won the FA Cup since then, and some other minor trophies. But when we are talking of major trophies, like EPL, we have not. But there's something. Please, how many years did it take Liverpool to win their first EPL trophy?
30 years.
30 years.
Over 30. Arsenal is on 22. Please, before Chelsea started winning, dominating, they won the Champions League and the EPL. It took them over 40 years before they came from nowhere. Go back to the history of Man City. Who knew Man City before? Man City was just an ordinary team. Money was pumped into the team, and then they started winning after more than 40 years. Look at Man U. Even when Alex Ferguson was there, we remember those days where they were asking the man out because there wasn't anything coming to the club until, like the man, like I used to say, he started influencing referees. His own is even worse. He started influencing referees. He's the best coach that influenced referees in matches. Then he started winning. Every club has its own decline. Arsenal is 22. I believe it's more than 7 or 8 years Man U won the league. And I'm counting, bro.
All right, thank you.
So for Arsenal, the trophies will come.
All right.
I believe it's very close. The trophies will come.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, John, let's look at the YouTube again and read some of the comments on our YouTube before I give you the rundown of the transfers happening, because we have comments. Everybody is commenting. Drake Media, welcome to the show. Uchenna, welcome to the show. I can see you. Judah Ononko, welcome to the show. I can see your comments. John, let's get some of the comments on our YouTube.
Okay, Israel Ada is saying West Ham should give us joy by beating Chelsea this night. No, so I wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
Everybody is wishing us
good luck.
the outbreak will not come tomorrow morning. They will not switch.
I can't lose them on away to
They will not
Chelsea.
switch.
I can't lose them on away to
It's
Chelsea.
fine. That was what you said when City were playing Chelsea, though.
Okay.
Yeah, so up next we have Charles Gilenzo saying, John, please, how can you still be on an injured player? Are you saying Man City is nothing without him? Be humble, man, normally. Anointed, Israel is saying, anointed, uncertified coach John, please stop crying and face your reality. It's over for City. Okay. Drake Media is saying, John, stay humble, oh. And he's also saying, is Haaland and John humble now?
Yeah.
They are not. John is not humble yet.
Then Judah Onunko is saying the way Nonso support like Two-Face. That was the same way he was supporting Ten Hag until they sacked him. Then Uchenna is saying, John, do you still trust the process? Good morning, guys. And he's also saying, I'm always supporting his position with one tactical nonsense performance.
Okay, that's all for our YouTube channel. Okay, before we close the show, let me run this a few transfers that happened throughout the weekend, because transfers everywhere. The major news is that I will talk about it majorly tomorrow, because the transfer deadline is happening today. Tomorrow we'll sit on it. Transfer after Chelsea game, we'll sit on all those transfers. Rashford has moved to Aston Villa on a loan, 6 months loan with an option to buy. Let's see if they are going to activate it. Chilwell is going to move to Crystal Palace on loan. Finally, Chilwell is leaving Chelsea.
His medicals are booked for today.
Yeah, Chelsea fans should be happy. I think they will share the 50-50 for his wage bill, because it's huge. It's about £300,000. They need to share it. For West Ham, they are going to bring in a young striker from Brighton. He had more potential when he was playing. That is Van Ferguson. He had a potential to be a world-class striker, but injuries have not allowed him to prosper. So let's see what happens if he's going to move into West Ham today. For Ethan Nwaneri and Lewis Kelly, they are going to give them a new contract at Arsenal. For Chelsea, the only news coming out is outgoings for now. Joao Felix might be moving today, and the Sassi loan has switched. That time is now looking to get him, but let's see if he's going to work out on loan. If he's going to work out, but Joao Felix, he has not really played in the Premier League this season for 6 months. After buying him for about £40 million, nobody has played him. So he probably is looking to go to Aston Villa for 6 months and see if he's going to come back. And let's see if his transfers is going to happen throughout today, tomorrow. Remember, it's deadline transfer window. Let's see if it's going to happen today. Okay, guys, this is how we're going to end today's show. Major transfers will conclude today. For Man U, they have concluded the boy from Lecce. He's now at Manchester United. He was presented as a Manchester United player yesterday or day before yesterday. So they bought only a left wing back. So for Manchester United, for Man City, they have done with their transfer. For Arsenal, they are looking to buy a striker today, but let's see if it's going to happen. If Aston Villa can get Asensio from PSG, maybe Watkins can move to Arsenal, but that's maybe. He's not
a striker now.
Let's see if it's going to happen or not. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us on today's show. Tomorrow we'll come back here and talk about transfer news, because today, if transfer ends today, a whole lot of transfer. We'll talk about clubs that did well and clubs that didn't do well in the transfer market. Thank you for joining us for today's show, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.
And welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. And enjoy the show.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a great
entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State Governor has sent us to the
This is your radio.
Gospel.
And let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Awesome programs exclusively on
Volt 104.3 FM.